Good evening and welcome to Football Friday Night. Alongside Matt Zigai, I'm Jason Geiser. Week 8 of the high school season brings us bona fide conference contenders squaring off in 3 different local leagues tonight.
Now that includes 2 such matchups in the MAC where the conference co-leaders each tangle with a team sitting just 1 game back. Our Katie Gilhooly has spent all season in MAC country and joins us now with the highlights.
Yeah, Jason, Matt, that's right. Some awesome matchups this week, causing a bit of a wild ride tonight down in MAC country, and boy, did it live up to the hype, you guys. We start with number 5, Anna, hosting number 1, Coldwater. The Cavs and Rockets boast the top 2 offenses in the league, with both squads' average margin of victory sitting above the 30-point mark. That's why this MAC matchup is our Football Friday Night Spotlight Game of the Week.
The Football Friday Night Spotlight Game is brought to you by Miller Brothers Tire.
Despite those margins of victories, though, a year ago, this matchup was decided by just 1 point in favor of the Rockets. The Cavs hoping to avenge that tonight in enemy territory. First quarter, Bart Bixler on the keeper. He takes it down the sideline and in for 6 on the 24-yard run, and the Rockets go up 7-0 early. Bixler would score 2 more to put the Rockets up 21-0, and in the second, it's Bixler, 33 yards to a wide-open Jeffrey Richards, who takes it in with ease, and Anna extends its lead to 28. Less than a minute later, off a Coldwater fumble, the Rockets are back in the end zone thanks to this Bixler to Riley Hulskamp handoff, and the school's all-time leading rusher gives Anna a huge lead. And don't call it an upset, the Rockets make a huge statement tonight with a 49-8 win over undefeated Coldwater. From Booster Field to Booster Stadium, where Minster comes to town trying to close the gap in the MAC standings against Division 7's number 1 team in Marion Local. Will pick it up third quarter. Flyers down a score, but it wouldn't stay that way long. Kyle Mullenkamp connects with Charles Hulsman, who comes down with it in the end zone, and the Flyers go for 2 and don't get it, so Minster leads 21-20. Ensuing drive now. Cats knocking on the door. Jacob Niemeyer fakes the handoff and connects with Brian Falk, who falls in for 6, but Minster misses the extra point to make it 27-20. Fourth quarter now, Marion Local driving, looking for the tie. Mullenkamp on the keeper. He comes out of the bunch across midfield, and nothing but green grass in front of him. But the Flyers, they miss the extra point, and it's a 1-point game. Now, with just over a minute left in the game, Flyers with the ball. They go for the deep ball to get inside Minster territory, but Brendan Barnhorst says, no, sir. He comes down with the interception for the Wildcats, and Minster takes down the number 1 team in Division 7 tonight and sends the MAC standings into a frenzy. And Jason, another fun fact about tonight, it's been since August of 2011 that both Coldwater and Marion Local lost on the same night.
That is amazing, Katie. Thank you. In Delphus tonight, both St. John's and Parkway are looking for their first MAC victories. Blue Jays trying to snap a 6-game skid. Panthers have lost 5 in a row. Third quarter, it's Isaac Fairchild on the jet sweep for the home team, fighting his way into the end zone. St. John's takes the lead by a 28-26 count, but Parkway won't be denied. Nick Hawk straight ahead and into the end zone. The Panthers push back into the lead, and they seal it in the 4th. This time it's Jason Luth to the outside and into the land of 6. Parkway wins 49-35. Around the rest of the MAC, New Bremen wins at home 23-7 over Versailles, and Fort Recovery earns a hard-fought road win 24-21 in St. Henry.
In the Northwest Conference, we have another key showdown as first place Spencerville takes their perfect conference record on the road to Columbus Grove, where they take on the second place Bulldogs. First quarter, remember this combination. Blake Reynolds with a 53-yard strike to Gabe Clement. Grove goes up 7-0. Still first quarter, Reynolds to Clement again. This time it's a 48-yard touchdown toss. Columbus Grove sprints out to a 14-0 lead early. Second quarter, Bearcats answer as DJ Bowens fights his way for the 6-yard touchdown. It's a 14-7 ball game, but 1 week after setting school records in the passing game, the Bulldogs break them once again. Reynolds to Clement for a 65-yard strike. Reynolds outdoes last week's school record, 5 touchdown tosses with 6 tonight. 5 of those go to Clement, who breaks teammate Alex Schneider's 7-day-old record of 4. Grove forces a tie atop the NWC, winning 49-23. Bluffton's dropped 3 in a row. The Pirates return home tonight. They play host to a Jefferson team still in search of their first NWC win. Second half, Pirates in front. Tyson Shuttler takes the pitch, slips an arm tackle, and how about this? Shuttler takes it all the way back across the field, picking up the first down and more. Fourth quarter now, Bluffton driving once again. This is Nate Schatt with the 6-yard keeper for the score as Bluffton wins 42-14. Around the NWC tonight, Allen East doubles up Paulding 42-21, while Crestview gets back in the win column with a 63-12 win over Ada.
Liberty Benton and Leipzig are two of three teams carrying unblemished Blanchard Valley Conference records into play tonight. The Vikings play for a fourth straight win over the Eagles this evening. Second quarter, no score. Liberty Benton with the ball, and it's Michael Erteljack dumping it off to Bryson Abbott. He has open space in front of him. Abbott finally dragged down, but it's a big LB first down, and later in the drive, Marshall Rose gets the ball, fakes out our camera guy, and speeds his way down the sideline. He makes the last man miss and crosses the goal line. Liberty Benton's on the board first. Later in the second, Rose gets the rock again. He breaks off another long run, taking it all the way to the other end for the score. Liberty Benton jumps out 14-0, and the Eagles hold on to beat Leipzig 24-21. Macomb is the third team that's tied atop the BVC entering tonight. The undefeated defending state champions visit Van Buren at the Black Knights' temporary home digs at Donnell Stadium in Findlay. Third quarter, Macomb dominating 49-7, and Aaron Davis fires to Kavan Bailey. He takes it down the sideline, moving the chains for the state champs. Later that same drive, Davis connects with Zach Deal over the middle of the field, and what's his deal? Breaking free, running towards the end zone. He would get caught. Macomb gets a field goal, though, and they roll to victory 52-7.
Pandora Gilboa went undefeated in BVC play last season en route to a conference crown, but 2019 has seen the Rockets already drop 3 conference contests as they hit the road to meet Arlington tonight. Third quarter, Rockets down 21-7. Silas Schmenk rolls left, trying to find Austin Miller. The ball pops in the air before Miller dives to make the grab for the touchdown as PG pulls within 7. Arlington would answer, though. The quick handoff goes to Noah Tebow, and he breaks free. It's a foot race to the end zone that he will win. An 80-yard score pulls Arlington back up 2 scores, but PG wouldn't go away. Schmenk swings it out to Walker Mackey in the flat. He bounces off 1 tackle before breaking free. Mackey sets his sight for the end zone, but loses the ball. Luckily for him, it's Miller who is there to recover in the end zone, but that's as close as the Rockets get. Arlington prevails 28-21. In other BVC action tonight, Arcadia pounds North Baltimore 49-20. Corey Rawson gets by Van Loo 42-32. Non-conference now, Riverdale hammers Crestline 63-6.
In the Three Rivers Athletic Conference, Lima Senior snapped out of a 4-game skid last week. The Spartans play a third straight home game tonight, tangling with Toledo St. Francis, who sits just a game off the league lead. Lima trails 6-0 in the second. They go for it on 4th and 7. EJ Cameron out of the pocket, eyes downfield, flipping it to Cameron Miles. That's a first down for the Spartans, and they keep the drive alive. Cameron tossing the fade to Miles, who goes up and gets it. He gets inbounds. Lima Senior leads 7-6. Later in the second, driving again, Cameron to Cecil Benton Jr. in the flats, gets the edge and picks up a big gain, but this drive stalls and Lima Senior falls 38-7. The Spartans play a rivalry game at Findlay next week. The Trojans are on the road tonight at Toledo St. John's. Findlay's trying to win back-to-back games for the first time this fall, but they trail 17-0 here. They do force the fumble, and Sam Wyross swoops in to recover it. Findlay's in business, and they capitalize on the turnover. Garrett Krupp out to Isaiah Moore. He slips through the D for the touchdown. Findlay mounts a major comeback, but falls just short, 31-28.
We need to take our first break here on Football Friday night, but when we come back, we take a tour through the Western Buckeye League. Highlights from all 5 games, including OG's bid to stay atop the standings right after this. The race for a WBL title goes through Ottawa, as the Ottawa Glandorf Titans have won 6 straight and remain unblemished in WBL play. But OG's toughest test still awaits as the Titans close out conference play with Kenton and Wapakoneta, who both sit just 1 game back. First, the Titans need to get past Defiance in what many would call a trap game for OG. The Bulldogs come into this one with just 2 WBL wins, but one of those came just last week against Salina. First quarter, no score, Titans driving. Jacob Balbaugh airs it out to Brennan Blevins, who has a step and hauls it in. A beautiful pitch and catch puts the Titans in front. Defiance needs an answer, and they get one as Aaron Cruz lobs it over the middle of the field to Tyrell Goings, who goes up and gets it. That's the Bulldogs' first down. Later in the drive, Cruz connects with Goings again, this time for the touchdown as Defiance cuts the OG lead in half. Late second quarter now, OG opens it up as Balbaugh moves to his left and fires a strike to Jared Beach for 6. Ottawa Glandorf remains perfect in the WBL with a 38-7 win.
Matt mentioned that the Titans are at Kenton next Friday. Those Wildcats try to keep their league championship hopes alive tonight, hosting a Shawnee squad that's lost 4 straight since the 3-0 start. Kenton strikes quickly in this one. Opening drive. Blaine Houston connects with Jacob Eversole, who just breaks the plane. It's quickly 7-0. And on their next drive, Houston sees the hole, so he keeps it himself. He takes it in, making it 14-zip Wildcats. Shawnee needs to get it figured out on D. Here they do. Peyton Wilson snagging the interception, but the Kenton defense was very good from the very start tonight. They are all over this play, and when the Indians cough up the rock, Brandon Bowling recovers it. Kenton pitches the shutout, 28-0.
Wapak remains in the hunt for another WBL crown as they have just one WBL loss. The Skins seek a 3rd straight victory this evening as they play host to Salina. Early 3rd quarter, Salina down 28-zip, and they go to their bag of tricks, pulling out a reverse pass that works to perfection as Quinn Andrew drops a dime to Brandon Stogler inside the Wapak 10. That drive stalls, though, setting up this 36-yard field goal attempt that is blocked. Braden Goulet scoops it up for the Skins and follows his blockers out past the 20. Ensuing Wapak drive, 3rd and long, when Reed Miracle connects with Isaac Meeks to move the sticks. Later in the drive, it's Miracle, this time off the play fake, over the middle to Evan Keck, who snatches it with one hand. A highlight reel play caps off a big night for the Skins. Wapak wins 35-zip. After an 0-2 start to their conference campaign, St. Mary's has put together 4 straight WBL wins. The Riders welcome Bath tonight, who they beat by 46 points last year. The Wildcats choose to squib the opening kickoff, which turned out to be the wrong decision as Braden Hemmelgarn weaves his way past multiple would-be tacklers before finally being dragged down inside the Bath 35. That would lead to this, a 1-yard plunge from Kurt Bupp. St. Mary's misses a 2-point try, though. It's 6-zip home team. Late first quarter now. Bath still looking to get on the board, but Ty Howell says, "I'll take that." The senior has plenty of daylight in front of him as he takes it all the way back for a Rough Riders pick 6. St. Mary's wins their 5th in a row. Riders take it 35-7.
It has been a tough season at Elida with the Bulldogs sitting 0-7 on the year. They've given up 125 points over the past 2 weeks, and tonight host a Van Wert team trying to get back to 500 on the year. First quarter, Owen Treese gets the Cougars on the board first, hitting Drew Johnson from midfield. The long touchdown gives Van Wert a 7-0 lead, but Elida has the answer. They too can fly the friendly skies. Larkin Henderson puts it up, and Keyshawn Spivey hauls it in. Touchdown Bulldogs. We are all knotted up at 7 apiece. But the Cougs lead 14-10 a bit later, and they add on. Jake Hillary does the honors. Van Wert wins it 56-23.
We need to take our second and final break here on Football Friday night. When we come back, both Perry and Patrick Henry try to take another step toward conference crowns. See the highlights right after this.
Welcome back to Football Friday night. Perry's quest for a first-ever Northwest Central Conference championship got a little easier last week. 3-time defending league champion Lehman Catholic's loss at Hardin Northern left the Commodores all alone atop the NWCC standings. Perry still has plenty of work to do, though, beginning tonight with a home game against a Ridgemont team fresh off their first win of the year. We pick it up on the very first drive of the game, and it's the Doors defense making a statement. Chaz Jackson intercepts the pass at the 44-yard line, and there he goes across midfield, weaving his way to the far sideline, all the way back to the Ridgemont 15. You can't give the Perry offense that kind of field position. 3 plays later, Cameron Dalton cashes in. The homestanding Commodores go up 8-0. And on the very first play of Ridgemont's next drive, it's Tavares Glenn snaring an INT of his own. He houses it from 30 yards out. The pick 6 has Perry up 16-0. And the next time they get the ball, Ryan Yanks rolls and hits Jackson, who spins off a tackler and takes it 28 yards to pay dirt. Perry wins big tonight, 56-0. The Commodores can clinch at least a share of their first ever league title next week at Riverside. The Pirates beat USV tonight, 20-6. Waynesfield Goshen gets back in the win column, beating Lehman by 20. And Hardin Northern edges Elgin 12-8.
Patrick Henry and Wauseon are 2 of 3 teams tied for second place in the NWOAL. Both teams boast identical 3-1 league records and 6-1 overall records as they match up at Harmon Field tonight. Pick this one up, tied in the first overtime. Patrick Henry with the ball, and TJ Ramey keeps it for the score, but the Patriots go for 2 and don't convert. Wauseon can win it here. Cody Figge, huge night, keeps it for the 1-yard score. Indian ties it up, and then they win it. Wauseon nails the extra point. That's Samuel Blanco hitting it. The Patriots now have 2 losses this year by a total of 2 points. Non-conference action tonight, LCC wins their 7th straight. The T-Birds beat Shelby 55-41, while Wayne Trace shuts out Dayton Jefferson 54-0. In the Central Buckeye Conference Mad River Division, Indian Lake takes out Ben Logan 49-13. Kenton Trail Division, Bell Fountain rolls past Kenton Ridge 41-7. And in the Cross County Conference, Fort Loramie hammers Mississinewa Valley 59-8.
The opening round of the Division I state golf tournament is in the books. Elida sits 9th at the midway point, but the story is Bulldogs senior Ethan Harmon. A 1-over round of 73 has Harmon just 4 strokes off the lead entering tomorrow's final round. At the Division II girls tennis tournament, Bath sisters Ruby and Esther Bolin win their opening match 6-0, 6-0 before falling in the second round. Shawnee's Katie Clark and Lotus Way dropped their first round match in straight sets.
One college football score from tonight. Ohio State on the road taking on Northwestern. Buckeyes rolling up 45-3 in the 4th, Jason.
And that is where we will wrap up another Football Friday night. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to everyone here who helps us put the show on the air each and every week. Have a great weekend.